Let's bring in Jonathan Broder. He's a contributing editor at Congressional Quarterly and SpyTalk. Jonathan, you spent many years as an award-winning foreign correspondent in the Middle East. Given that rich background, give us your perspective on what we're witnessing right now. You've seen fighting before, you've reported on it. What do you make of what's going on today?
What's going on today is the third of three wars that Israel and Hamas have fought against each other since 2008. As you know, Hamas took over the Gaza Strip from the Palestinian Authority a year earlier, and in order to show that it's fighting for the Palestinians and fighting for the Islamic holy places, in this instance, it opened fire with rockets on Israel about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, which culminated a series of confrontations between the Israelis and the Palestinians in Jerusalem over the Al-Aqsa Mosque, over access to the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Now, what's driving all this, I think, is the fact that the Palestinians and the Israelis politically are deadlocked. The Israelis have had 4 elections so far. They cannot form a new government. And on the Palestinian side, they haven't had elections since 2006. The leader of the Palestinians, Mahmoud Abbas, promised to have elections in order to curry favor with the United States when the Biden administration came in. But when he realized that Hamas was going to win those elections, he canceled them. So Hamas had the perfect vacuum to fill when tensions rose over access to the Al-Aqsa Mosque, to come forward and prove that they were the only ones fighting for the access to the holy places, thus rendering Mahmoud Abbas and Fatah as spectators while Hamas was doing the fighting.
I want to talk a little bit more about the political aspect of this in a moment, but first let me ask you about this phone call between Biden and Netanyahu. Should the U.S. be doing more to push for a ceasefire to end the bloodletting?
It could do more, but the Palestinian-Israeli problem and conflict is not a high priority for the Biden administration. He's much more concerned with Russia and China, and one can see the importance that Biden gives it by the level, or I should say the low level, of the diplomat that he sent over there. This Hani Amr is a fairly low-level State Department official. He can talk to the Israelis, but because the United States doesn't recognize Hamas and considers it a terrorist organization, Hani Amr can't talk to Hamas people, so he's relegated to talking to the Egyptians. So it becomes sort of a diplomatic bank shot.
Yeah, briefly, like within 20 seconds if you can, what's going to be, I mean, what are we going to see in the next week, couple weeks? Just more bloodletting, or do you think there is something that can be done?
Well, there is something that could be done, but I don't think that the Israelis are ready for it. They want to degrade the Hamas as much as possible before they are finally forced by world opinion to declare a ceasefire.
Jonathan Broder, thanks so much for your analysis. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.